You know, I'm gonna have to call you back. It looks like there's a camera crew here. The State of Maryland Proclamation from the Governor of the State of Maryland. Young Audiences Arts for Learning Week, March 16th through the 22nd, 2014.
Okay, a little less excited.
Okay. Whereas Young Audiences Arts for Learning Maryland is the founding chapter of the largest arts and education network, Young Audiences Arts for Learning was formed in 1950 and...
More professional.
Whereas Young Audiences Arts for Learning Maryland impacts nearly 170,000 students, families, educators, and artists annually with valuable arts in education programs and...
More British?
Whereas Young Audiences Arts for Learning Maryland presents more than 9,000 assemblies, workshops, arts in residence programs, and professional development services in schools each year, totaling more than 200,000 learning hours for students and educators. And...
More professorial.
Whereas Young Audiences Arts for Learning partners with more than 400 schools and community organizations in 23 Maryland school districts annually. And...
More robotic.
Whereas Young Audiences Arts for Learning Maryland ensures the highest standards in arts for education programs by partnering more than 110 professional teaching artists from across the state. And...
More like a dog, but like if Kennedy was a dog.
Whereas Arts for Learning, Learning Maryland provides highest standards in arts and education programs, partnering with more than 100. I already read that one. Whereas Young Audiences Arts and Education Learning provides more professional development from training artists to foster a community of other artists, empowering them to use their talents to inspire students in a classroom and...
More good, but with more interpretive dance.
Whereas Young Audiences Arts for Learning creates and disseminates learning resources to educators inspiring children through the arts by providing more than 10,600 hours of arts integrated professional development services to Maryland educators.
Good. Now do it as Martin O'Malley, but if Martin O'Malley were a tree.
Toy to toy to toy, now therefore I, Martin O'Malley, Governor of the State of Maryland, do hereby proclaim March 16th through the 22nd, 2014 as Young Audiences Arts for Learning Week in Maryland, and do commend this observance to all of our citizens.